Excuse me, this entrance is for VIPs only. The words hit Kiara Monroe like a slap in the face. She had barely stepped onto the marble steps of the Windsor Grand Hotel when the young hostess blocked her path, a clipboard clutched to her chest like a shield. The woman's blue eyes darted over Kiara's neat black dress, her simple heels, her brown skin, and dismissed her. Several heads nearby turned, a few whispered. Kiara adjusted her purse calmly, though her fingers trembled for half a second. "I am aware where I'm going," she replied, voice even, gaze steady. The hostess, Hannah Collins, stood her ground. "Ma'am, the back entrance is just down that alley. That's for deliveries, staff, or guests who don't match the event list." Kiara's lips pressed into a line. The grand ballroom behind the glass doors shimmered with lights and laughter. Gold banners reading "Global Business Leadership Gala" fluttered gently above. She could see the velvet ropes, the security guards, the carefully dressed crowd, all assuming, all judging. Before Kiara could speak again, one of the security guards reached forward, his hand firm on her arm. "Step aside, please. This area is reserved." Her tote bag slipped from her shoulder, thudding against the stone floor. A quiet gasp escaped the small group of onlookers, but no one moved to help. No one interfered. Just stares, some curious, some smug. Kiara straightened slowly, her eyes lingering on the glossy event poster displayed beside the doors, the one with a smiling portrait of herself. But no one seemed to notice. Not yet. The clatter of her bag still echoed faintly in Kiara's mind as she bent to pick it up. Her reflection stared back from the polished glass of the hotel door, a reflection that had been underestimated far too often. She paused. Her eyes drifted to the event poster again. There, under the bold letters announcing the gala, was her full name: Kiara Monroe, visionary entrepreneur, guest of honor. Her fingers brushed over the image of herself, the proud, confident smile, but another image flashed in her mind. A hospital room years ago, cold and sterile, her father's hand limp in hers, the nurse's words still sharp. "We can't prioritize him right now." The look on their faces then wasn't so different from the one Hannah wore now. Kiara's throat tightened, but she stood straight, no tears. Not here, not again. Behind her, the crowd's whispers returned. "She doesn't belong here. Probably just staff." Someone even chuckled, "Must have snuck in from the street." The security guard crossed his arms, eyes narrowed. Hannah smirked faintly, confident her assumptions were correct. But they didn't see the man approaching from inside, the tall, silver-haired director of the event. His eyes locked onto Kiara. His pace quickened. Hannah remained oblivious, adjusting her headset. "You really should move along, ma'am. These guests paid good money to be here." Kiara said nothing. Her fingers slipped into her purse and retrieved the crisp, embossed invitation, her name shining in gold. She waited. The grand doors opened. A hush rippled across the lobby. The director strode forward, his polished shoes echoing across the floor. "Kiara!" His voice carried, warm and commanding. "We've been waiting for you!" Hannah froze mid-sentence, her headset slipping askew. The security guard's arms fell to his sides. Kiara met their stunned expressions with quiet grace. She stepped forward, handed the invitation to Hannah, who accepted it with trembling fingers. "I believe this belongs at the front entrance," Kiara said softly. The director guided Kiara through the doors, straight past the velvet ropes. The crowd inside turned. Applause began as her name was announced across the speakers.
Kiara didn't gloat. She simply smiled, took the stage, and paused. Tonight isn't about wealth or titles. It's about recognizing that dignity doesn't need an invitation. Behind her, Hannah lingered in the doorway, eyes wide, the weight of assumption heavy on her shoulders. And the room listened, as they should have, from the start. In life, the quietest moments revealed the loudest truths, and Kiara Monroe just made sure hers couldn't be ignored. If this story moved you, don't forget to subscribe, share your thoughts, and help amplify voices like Kiara's, because sometimes the most powerful response is quiet strength that changes the room.